And now, a dramatic reenactment of the first time I saw Kamen Rider Saikou.
So gonna get copyrighted for this.
Should we be talking over it?
What?! I leave this show for 2 weeks! And you give me this?! What in the chocolate frosted fuck is that?!
The sword is a man!
Cue the roll call.
We are live!
Mike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger!
Welcome everyone to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 324. It's episode Torkoal!
Quick, someone get the gif of crying Torko, because that's how Ichi is right now.
We're a group of swords who come together every week to talk about the latest Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and a third thing. But this week, no, we're not, because we're back from our 2-week break.
Stop stealing my bit!
So, well, you're in agony. I was just helping you. So, we're doing a double episode special. So we got 2 episodes of Saber, 2 episodes of Kiramager. It's 2021, babies. 2020 is over. There's a dog.
Man, did we pick a bad time to take a break!
I mean, you're upset about... Oh, yeah, that's right. Ash's Torkoal was always, like, upset. Or, like, he was just emotional.
It used fake tears.
Well, it's not he was always upset. It's just, like, he was very emotional. So, like, every time he, like Ash would say Torkoal did a good job, he'd be like, oh! Like, he'd just get really sad. No, Ash's Torkoal was fucking adorable. But yeah, so, as you can tell, Ishi's very upset that Kamen Rider Saikou ended up being just a sword. For me, I'm not shitting you. The first time I saw the Henshin, I was like, oh, is he, like, invisible? I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Invisible?
So then, like, I talked to you about it, and you were like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, he's a sword. Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, and he's like, yeah.
Thanks, I hate it!
No, Ichi's like, yeah, right, it's stupid. Oh, I love it. It's fucking awesome.
Alright, well, let's hold off on all that shit until we actually get into Saber.
Hi, Gar.
I'm fucking dizzy with rage.
Thanks, I hate it.
I admit that I'm in the same boat of, like, that is the most ridiculous thing ever. I kind of love how ridiculous it is.
Okay, so, first off, use that code in the description for Skip the Dishes.
Comments from Lane. Comments for me, please.
Give us your comments. Tell us what you think about Saikou.
Yeah.
This is our first episode in the year of 2021. We're back after a 2-year holiday break.
2-year holiday?
2 years?
It feels like 2 years!
That's how it felt, yeah.
2-week holiday break. Which was hilarious because both Christmas and New Year's fell on Fridays this year.
I think Ichi needs to go on one more week of
Yeah, I need another week to recuperate.
But
it's kind of crazy how we got, like, major development episodes in both shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, Ichi, to be fair, that episode of Saber was written by Keiichi Hasegawa. And it's not like it's the first time he gave us a character that turns into a fucking sword.
Oh.
Yeah, not the dog,
That
Calibur.
dog.
Calibur. This is great, man.
Alright. Okay, so yes, we're back. It's been a while, but we're back. I don't know what else to say.
I have a stormtrooper in Death Charge here.
I hope everyone's doing okay for...
I mean, I can hear out of both my ears properly again, so that makes me really happy.
Hooray.
Hey, don't have hardened earwax, guys. It sucks.
So, today, because we missed a couple episodes, but also there was no new episode last week, we will have an easier time catching up than we expected. So, this week is going to be a double episode special, and then next week we'll be back to our regular episodes.
Yes.
So, this week we're talking about Saber, episode 15 and 16, and Kiramager, episodes 36 and 37.
Oh, we're in for a doozy of Kiramager. God damn.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we should go into the Saber.
Saber.
Alright, so, where we left off with Saber and Calibur were flying into the big book in the sky, into the world of creation, or whatever the fuck.
World of tomorrow.
So, Calibur kind of says something. Gar, what did you say could be a possibility in Saber?
Oh, the thing that made people think that I orgasmed on the last episode. I made the creative idea that the book, like when they fly into the big book into the sky, it would lead them into the real world.
Well, basically the idea that was posited that what if the world that they lived in was fake, that it was a world that was written, and that Calibur was trying to find the way out.
That Touma seems very confused that someone created the world, which feeds into our theory that they'll meet this world's author.
And then in this episode, while Saber and Calibur are fighting, Calibur says that the world and its ending have already been written.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
So you might be right!
I think you might be right. And who else
Gar.
thinks that the author is Tassel?
Very likely.
And I was like, wait, tassel. I'm like, oh, because like some of those books have like those like tassels like at the end.
On their bookmarks.
Yeah.
I think it's still
Tassel.
kind of hilarious that they're looking for like the table of contents to knowledge.
Yeah, well, we'll
Because,
get
like,
to that.
wouldn't you be able to still get the knowledge without the table of contents? It's like saying, I want to know the meaning of life, but I can't find it.
So, like, when the show started, we thought that what they were doing was trying to assemble all the Wonder Ride books, because those were the pieces of the great book of creation that separated. But this plan apparently involves them going into Wonderworld to find the remains of the book that exploded, and its only remaining first page, the fucking Table of Revelations, aka the Table of Contents.
It's like the chapter list for the Book of Reality.
Oh yes. So of course I have the Saber faces of the week for both 15 and 16. So I realized Ogami hasn't had one yet. So I caught this picture of just his face he was making when he was getting his fucking
Oh my god.
it just and then I couldn't find a really good one for episode 16, but then I saw one of the villains do that face, and I was like, all right, he's looking pretty sinister there, man.
So you just need to add the audio of Gordon Ramsay. Finally, some fucking delicious food.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, let's fucking talk about freaking Ogami just being like, yeah, this was a pretty nasty year after all. And I was like, did they just like reference 2020?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't they?
I
mean, in universe, it's like, oh yeah, all the monster attacks, but you know what they're really talking about.
Yeah.
All the monster attacks.
It's been a while since I've seen Saber. What's the female's character name again?
May,
right. She's like, yeah, it's really been a rough year. Oh, fuck off, May. For you, it's only been like a month.
No, it's
been a few
So-
months.
It's been
So
like
while-
3 months.
So while Saber and Calibur are flying towards the table of contents of knowledge, the Megiddo fighting the others say that their objective is to remake the world so that it's appropriate for them and bad for the humans.
but they don't say exactly what they're gonna do. They just say that it'll suck for humans.
Yeah. Like, are they going to make the air unbreathable? Like, what exactly?
My first thought was terraforming sort of stuff too, but
Still love that they're like trying to find
they
the
seem to
table
be able to
of
do
contents.
fine.
We want to redecorate the planet! It's tacky!
It's boring.
Like they clearly can breathe now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem inhospitable for them currently, so what exactly do they want to do?
They want to make it more evil.
We want to make it a great big party! Nightclubs everywhere! Brothels on every corner!
Woo!
I don't know. While they're flying through the tunnel, we do see Saber go Dragon Eagle Arthur briefly, which was a nice touch.
Which I'm surprised he just didn't fall into a pit or something while flying.
Of course, around the time where I'm like, oh, we're never going to see Arthur again, he hasn't used that.
And then he used it twice.
And I was like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I mean, fuck me too, because I hate the Arthur form.
No, I love the Arthur form, but I just wasn't expecting to see it again.
Well, remember, this episode came out around Christmas, so, you know.
Gotta sell the toy.
Gotta sell that toy.
I'm just counting my blessings that they didn't summon the mech and turn him into a sword again.
No, just the mech kind of just like appeared beside him and it's like, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
My brain just completely forgot that he did that. I don't know why. It just like completely erased that he was a sword too at one point.
So talking about the whole basically them flying into the portal and reaching this book. It sort of reminded me of something that I learned recently from Marvel Comics, where the Fantastic Four also sort of did this sort of thing. And you know what they found? They found Jack Kirby in his office drawing.
Oh,
Jack
That's
Kirby,
awesome.
the co-creator of the Fantastic Four, just drawing away. And if you're wondering what the word bubble says, it's, well, you coming in or what?
I drew you would be here.
In which, Ben Grimm's in his human form, and he's like, I kind of miss my old self, proceeds to draw the rocks around him. There you go.
Wow.
So yeah, Saber and Calibur fight some more, and Saber dual wields with Ikazuchi again, and then Touma just gets instantly by the fucking darkness ability.
Yeah, I wrote, and then Calibur just sort of eats Saber.
Yeah.
We got this really cool shot when you got disappear in the darkness. We saw his sword and the Ikazuchi just kind of cross onto the ground.
Swords.
It was just a really nice shot of them in frame. I like that.
And then
I honestly really like this very epic CG heavy battle style.
yes.
Like when they jumped into the sky and they were flying on dragons at each other, that felt like a video game or something.
Yes! I was saying
I really like that.
I was saying in the Draconic Knight debut episode, I was like, they should be fighting on their fucking dragons, and then we got that this episode.
And then they did. They fought on their dragons.
Thank you. Fuck. It's like they're
the Dragon Lords.
Thanks to Saikou, we learned that technically that those two swords are the yin and yang, but I like to think Brave Dragon and Jaku Dragon are the yin and yang of each other.
Well, if anything,
Yeah, they were related because those two opened the portal to Avalon, so there was some correlation. But yeah, seeing the two Dragon Riders fight was pretty rad.
Oh man.
I can understand why people would call it corny, but I just really like how it felt final. If they didn't have anything like that, then the conclusion with Calibur wouldn't have felt anywhere near as conclusive as it did.
Yeah, but before all that happens, what I was saying about Touma getting temporarily swallowed by Kuriyami, as he's in the world of darkness, he somehow channels Kento's spirit, who basically shows up and tells him that Kingdom Hearts is lightning.
Get good,
just
bitch.
lightning ghost Kento.
But I was noticing because I love the cape on Jiao Dragon, Calibur. It's just so, and it made me think. I'm like, okay, I hope every final form that each rider gets in the show, they just all have capes, because that's the final ascension into great power.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Edna's cool, but her saying no capes, that just stabs me in the
She said that because some dude got sucked into a jet engine.
A bunch of people died.
Anyway, but I do agree that capes are good.
I love capes.
Like I said,
capes are awesome looking, they're just not practical.
Like I said, when
Kamen Riders don't need to be practical.
Yeah, like I said, when Jiao Dragon debut, he really pulls off the Dragon Emperor look.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping by because we know Buster, Kenson, and Slash, they're not gonna get fucking new forms.
Probably not.
No, but I'm hoping Saber, Espada, Blades, and
Espada, if he ever comes back,
he will.
He'll come back.
He'll come back.
Fucking writing this show.
It's very notable that when Calibur died, his body did not vanish.
That is true.
So it's not just a thing that happens tonight. It's something happened to Kento.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
His soul didn't
go into the sword.
I still think Kento's soul is inside Kuriyami, but what happened? Touma was about to take Kuriyami, but then it vanished somehow.
But yeah, so then Calibur decides to go all right, you want to know this happened 15 years ago? I'll tell you what fucking happened 15 years ago. Luna, just fucking important.
Yeah, so we found out a lot of important details.
Some kind of barrier maiden.
Luna is some sort of plot child with the power to connect the two dimensions.
She's a singularity.
Yeah.
From Deno.
She didn't know Touma for very long. She was just some rando who showed up with the Wonderworld book in hand.
Read books with me!
Also, the book says "Tale as Old as Time" on it.
I was telling Lane that while we were watching. I'm like, did you notice the cover of the book says "Tale as Old as Time"?
Tale as old as
Beauty of the
time.
Beast.
What if,
Saber and the girl.
so what if she is the author of the series?
What if she's Tassel?
Please no.
Oh my god, that'd be the
Please no.
Fuck on Luna.
Please no.
Also, me and Ichi were discussing the possibility of Kamen Rider Tassel and
He'd have the mustache.
He'd have the mustache. He'd just be covered in tassels everywhere.
Incredible, honestly.
Final villain.
God, no, okay. So,
like I said, he's narrating the story, but Toma's the one who decides the ending.
So, jumping ahead a little bit in the episode. So, at the end, we see Disaster because he kind of does the final.
He gives Kamijo the good old backstabber.
Yeah. And he picks up his book, and he's just like, sweet, now I'm free, from my shackles.
Yeah, he takes the disaster book so that no one can chain him back up again.
There's more to
that's
this.
That's what he meant by that.
Yeah, there's more to this fucker than they're letting on, and I feel like he's on his way to be the end game villain, pretty much like Gremlin and Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he did always kind of have that feel where he was more than just the Mook of the Week.
Yeah, so Disaster's definitely going to play a bigger part in this, so I know. And he probably wants the Calibur power set. Who fucking knows?
He did because
he tried to get it.
He tried to take it before.
Oh! You're still.
And for all we know, he might have been the one to whoosh it away in this episode.
I like to think so. If he comes back as Calibur, fucking cool. That's awesome.
That would be cool.
I'm still sad that Touma isn't increasing his sword collection because he's got 3 so far.
He does. Yeah,
it's not about him collecting all the swords.
Kami just you need to use the Calibur sword now.
So yeah. Kamijo tells Touma that Luna is some sort of magical plot child, and the reason he did all this
my favorite
was because Kento's dad, Fukameya Hayato, was apparently told by someone within the Sword of Logos organization that the world is written by someone, that the world ending was written by someone, and that you need to, quote-unquote, obtain the eternal truth in order to get the power to undo it, or something to that seeming effect.
Yeah.
So apparently...
It seems confusing, but I think that might be the point.
So he decided that he needs to pursue this truth and find out who inside of the Sword of Logos organization is the true traitor who told Hayato to do all this.
It's Sophia!
It could be, for all we know.
Also, Disaster's voiced by Shigaraki? That's awesome!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, because he was told that there's a traitor within Sword of Logos, that's why he decided, screw everyone, I'm gonna fly solo!
Yeah, but then, Touma does maybe if you talk to your friends about it, they could have helped you. He's like, oh, maybe you're right.
Maybe I should have.
Maybe I should to that!
It was kind of weird how they went through this whole thing where, you have to choose between having friends and knowing the truth. You can only choose one. That doesn't seem to make sense to me.
Well, yeah, but that's just villain logic.
Just the way that he said that there was a traitor in the Sword of Logos just made my mind instantly go to Revenge of the Sith. But Lane, you
be
gotta
careful
help me out on
of
this
your
one.
friend Palpatine and your pal friend Patine.
No, it's but to me the Council is evil or something.
So I had a good chance that Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Yeah, it's
only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I was more thrown off by how it's you can tell they filmed the flashback scene months late, a few weeks later after they filmed the the start of the first
Oh yeah,
episode.
no, absolutely. They
But
did.
I'm like, if I were directing this, I would have had that filmed at the same time, because it just felt off. But like, this is supposed to be like this giant battle going on, but it's just the two of them chilling there. Like, wouldn't it have made more sense if like you saw more people fighting in the background with like the mooks or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love like freaking like Calibur does what he does, and then like Kento's dad's like, the fuck, bro! Today was I was this close to getting fucking cheese. Like, whatever.
What was interesting to find out when Kamijo tells us about what happened 15 years ago in the flashback is that big like explosive attack that Kamijo as Saber does didn't actually kill either of them.
Nope.
Like, you see Hayato and him still talking afterwards.
It was just like a flashbang, just ha!
So like
Pocket sword.
Light attack, I guess.
So like I don't think they fully explain how Calibur's power set moves over to Kamijo.
Maybe he killed him as Saber.
Maybe he just
Maybe he took this. He threw some sand in his eyes. He's like, he took the sword out of his hand. He's like, ha!
But then the question becomes, why wouldn't you just work together with him to uncover the true traitor?
I feel like we'll get more context to like that conversation as the show goes on. Like,
I mean, the man's dead.
No, but like, I mean, like the flashback. We'll get more context.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we have to hear Kento's dad's side of things.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
he also
I
dead?
feel like there
He's
is
in the
more to
sword.
this, especially since they just sort of said, and then Luna can
I think
connect
the
the worlds. How?
I think the implication is that Kamijo as Saber literally physically killed Hayato and took Kuriyami and became Calibur.
Yeah, but I think his soul's in the sword.
That I don't think we have any evidence towards yet.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Kento and his dad are just bonding in the sword.
That's what I said.
Hey, what's up, man?
That's what I said. That's what I said at the end of
Sword.
13. That's what I said at the end of 13. So that could be a thing, but it could be the case that Kamijo as Saber straight up just stabbed Hayato and murdered him.
Just Kento shows up and there's Kamijo in there with like a deck of cards, mini fridge, freaking just a wooden table and chair. It says, "Hey, grab a drink."
Yeah, welcome to the party, bro.
You're
It's
welcome.
just like a fucking AA meeting inside Kuriyami.
Yeah,
They
it
have
just
like a TV, but it only has public access channels.
yeah,
Calibur's anonymous.
hey, you want to watch some Timothy Goes to School after that? So it's Arthur.
God, not Timothy Goes to School again. God damn it.
I also like this
Oh my
episode.
God.
We got the proper like post henshin cutscenes for both Dragon Ignite and Daisenki.
Yes.
That was cool.
Sword fight.
Also, while this whole Saber Calibur exchange is happening, the others on the outside decide it's a good idea, even though Saber hasn't come out of the book yet, to just destroy all the pillars and close the book.
And
They just know he's the main character, so he'll come out like right at the.
And May, of all people, is the one to, like, get them to fucking get off their asses and actually fucking, like, fight and win. And, like, you even see a couple of them looking at it, it's like, is fucking May telling us, hyping us up?
Are we getting a morale speech from the sidebar?
Of course, she runs over to Rintaro first and tells him to get off his ass,
Oh,
because,
yeah.
like, she has the ultra mega crush on him, so...
Just, I didn't like their part of the subplot, because from episode 14 and 15, it was just nothing but them fighting.
Well, yeah, they're trying to... The pillars are connected to books, so people are still in danger, so they're trying to stop those.
Yeah, but we've seen them take take on these guys already, so it's like it's not like there's any big threat that they're gonna lose.
Well, the idea is they're stalling for time so that either Saber or Calibur can get what they're after.
Yeah.
But my point is, if you're gonna destroy the pillars, great. Why wouldn't you just leave the last one until you know Saber's out of the fucking book?
Whoops.
For all you know, if he had been a second later, you would have trapped him in there, you assholes!
Oh, they knew. They'd be fine.
My plot senses are tingling.
That's some bullshit writing.
They read the contents.
And then we just get the shot of, like, all them henshin, and then it's just Maze in the center of them, and I just, like, that's where, like, I saw someone Photoshop, like, Espada's, like, sword driver on her, and I was just, like, almost choked on my fucking drink I was drinking when I saw it, because I was like, no!
Oh my gosh, I forgot that I wrote this for that. May slightly sidesteps. Everyone transforms and May poses too. This is how I feel included in any group.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be the one to say it. I do not want May to be a rider in this series at all. I don't care how much development she gets. I don't care if Rintaro fucking trains her himself. She just doesn't have the type of personality to be a rider.
I think
That's how I feel about my inclusion in Castranger.
It's nothing. It's nothing because she's a woman or anything like that. It's not a fucking problem. It's just that the way her personality is.
No, he's just talking about May.
Thing. It's all the people are cool, and then there's me thing.
You're cool.
Oh, I personally just don't think May needs to be a rider. So.
I think potential's there if she undergoes a lot of development and her character calms down a little. Maybe she could be.
Because
definitely not as she is now.
When Poppy became a rider in X8, I was like, ha! Wouldn't it be funny if Poppy became a rider? And then she did, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. I like that.
But then
I didn't
nothing.
like it.
She did do nothing.
She did. Hell, she'd be standing there in battle, like Poppy in X8. I'm talking about. She'll be there, and she'll be watching the fight, and I'll be watching him like, you have a fucking belt, you have a gadget. Why aren't you helping?
And you know who less deserved to be a rider? Fucking Soup.
Correct.
Oh, you mean the last ditch effort?
God.
I really like the Kamen Rider Tsukiyomi design, but it was very weird that it waited until like the very, very end.
I like how hard you had to try to not say Soup.
Kaguya, clearly you haven't watched the early Castranger days before Emily joined the show.
I miss Paul. I miss Paul shouting. I miss not really hearing Kevin, and I still miss the whole cut that out.
Yeah,
but then
it didn't get cut out.
No.
If only there's a
That's
rematch.
Why Ichi edits now.
It's like if these episodes need a remaster or something.
So of course, freaking May does the thing where she just goes up and just goes, Touma! Fuck up! And then he immediately drops down. And it's like, I knew I'd come back.
Shut up! I'm coming!
And he comes back down. And he's like, oh god, yeah, we're dead. Fuck yeah. Is Calibur dead? Yeah. Is Kendo still dead? Yeah. What'd you guys find out?
Nothing.
Talk about next episode. Furiously sipping.
And I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to get people to be on my case, trying to get people to say that that's not true. I was just saying that's it was a very, very clear representation of the feeling of being and I am also here. It was just that's why it was so funny.
It just feels
so
weird
funny.
it just feels weird that this episode sort of ends the first arc of the show.
Yeah, and then Saber episode 16 is arguably the start of chapter 2.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my goodness. So we gotta talk about the big thing right off the bat.
Do we have to?
Yes, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, that was so cool to see.
So Koichi Sakamoto was the director of both these episodes, which explains why there was more fighting and less talking.
Because that's what he does best.
Like seriously, freaking with Jaw Dragon, it's like, oh, why don't you just talk to your friends? I guess you're shit.
And then he got stabbed.
As Lane mentioned before, shows would be over if people just talked things out.
Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah, no, I've been watching a lot of Frasier, and I've just noticed in this show
every time someone talks, they get stabbed.
No, but in Frasier,
that's not
if someone
Frasier.
just
I think you're confusing it with something.
Instead of not telling someone the truth right away at that exact moment,
they fuddle about for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Why I Don't Like Those Shows.
No, I like them though. Niles is my least favorite though.
Sitcoms where the whole situation is
based plots, which.
Sitcoms like that where the whole conflict is a lack of communication just fucking infuriate me.
God,
I don't know how I made it through 5.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer is like a villain in Power.
I feel exactly the same way, Ichi. Shows like that, I just all I can think is please just say how you're feeling.
Right? I don't know how the fuck I made it through the fucking Keitaro Yuka subplot of 5.
But then again, if things were just talked out, we wouldn't have gotten the season 2 finale of Cobra Kai. Or season 3.
That's true. Just love you. She loves me.
Just,
So
but yeah, just I don't know why. I
You
just
can talk it out and talk it out at the same time while you're fighting. That's what they do in all
Oh,
in
yeah.
lots of shows.
Gar, explain this, please, and what you did just recently.
okay. So, okay. So for those that don't know, the two the mom, the baby, and the dad in the episode 16 of Saber was a big Ultraman cameo in a sense because the dad is the main suit actor for the most recent Ultraman shows.
Yep.
He was also Captain Zena in Jeed, and that is his real wife and child, in which she was also in Ultraman Jeed.
Yeah,
she was,
that's my Ultraman waifu.
Yeah. But
it's that guy's ultra waifu.
yeah,
Yep.
with a baby. Which the original joke that I had was I was going to take a photo of all the Saber Riders together with an Ultraman vinyl in the middle, be like, oh, for some reason I lost the image, so here's a recreation. But then I found something much funnier. So they start to see the magic world, they start to see the magic
Because
world.
of the pillar incident, normal humans are starting to see Wonderworld in the sky, just like that one part of Digimon Season 1, where they saw the Digiworld
I
in the
remember
sky.
Oh, that was cool.
But,
You're right.
you know, me being the snarky ass, hey, there's something different about the sky.
Yeah!
It's the land of light.
It's the land of light. That's
Oh.
amazing. Good job, Gar. But anyways, Gar bought a bunch
So
of Rider
Random
figures.
people seeing what the next part I have written down is a mysterious girl comes to bring Touma to the other base. For some reason, Touma is dressed like an Amish dude.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, he's in his Amish clothes again.
No, but you know what? I gotta give credit to Touma for actually changing outfits every episode.
Yeah, because
Also-
everyone else is just in uniform.
You know what? That's another thing. Freaking my supervisor. That's Leito's wife from Jeed.
Was it?
Yeah.
This
Oh
episode-
my god!
Yeah, you've been complaining this whole show, why don't we see May's work and her boss? In this episode, we finally got to.
Yeah, and apparently she's been doing an amazing job. So
Yeah.
she's not fired, Gar.
Okay. Good. Yeah, there she is.
Holy shit, so that's Leito's wife?
Yeah.
That's the one that Zero is marrying?
Yeah.
Leito! Ah!
So this episode starts with Tassel hawking a loogie, the Megiddo being very angry,
Ooh.
and then we see Reika on the phone with someone who we don't know yet.
I just fucking see these three villains. I'm like, I've lost all interest in you guys.
Also, now
With Shenzai, Bonsai, and Ed.
Also, I finally
Oh
saw.
Oh my goodness, they are!
Also, I finally saw Storius's bookmark.
Bookmark hair.
Yeah, because I thought you guys were talking about his bangs being so far apart, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. Then I saw the actual
Extension.
long ass extension. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's stupid.
It's bookmark.
Ichi,
What?
I know the title of the episode.
Okay.
Okay. So in Ultra Ranger, they did a few Kamen Rider references. So we titled the episode, they put Kamen Rider in my Ultraman. This episode has to be, they put Ultraman in my Kamen Rider.
Sure.
And Mo's actor retiring my ass.
Oh, I'm sorry, with a cameo holding the baby.
She had a speakable line. That's acting.
I don't think
Bullshit.
I don't think it's acting. But
Bring Moa back in Ultraman, please.
baby.
She's super cute.
Hey, there's something wrong with this guy. I just see that. I'm like, oh, I have to do this.
So hey, Sophia's still
She's
missing.
coming towards them.
So hey, Sophia's still missing, but it's time to celebrate the new year with the big clean.
Yeah, cleaning and Toshikoshi Soba.
Give me the soba!
And we're talking. I was like, oh, Soba, I love Soba. I want to try Soba. I'm a Homo sapien.
No, he's a Soba sapien.
The soba scene.
I'm sorry. I have to post this. Do I still have the picture? I do. Yeah, I posted this a lot. Like the past couple weeks, people were like, "Lay, no," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny. I do am a fellow homo."
Fun. So Reika.
That shouldn't be funny, but in all honesty, the expressions are what makes it.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I was
Fucking
thinking that
iDubbbz.
was like the guy who jumps down off the counter and he's wearing
Yeah,
the
that's
ring.
him.
That's iDubbbz.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
Yeah, Gar got the archives.
Yeah.
They're
So,
actually really nice
Because I have
looking.
crippling depression.
so now I have all the
Osteo-
Northern riders.
Fun.
They're actually really cool.
A lot bigger than the 01 figures.
Oh,
Where's Buster?
I already had him. He's over by Saber.
He's ugly.
He's not ugly. He's
Buster
based on
on your
artwork
shelf.
that they before they did the show. That's why he's scrawny.
The Buster on your shelf. You bought them all yourself.
There goes. Where's
goes
the-
your cash?
So,
I don't know. I'm sorry. That
so
was
Rick-
now I want to watch Digimon.
Okay.
Because you mentioned the
Well, that's
Sai
a new
thing.
one
Yeah.
because I've heard that it's really badly paced.
So yes, Reiko shows up and tries to recruit Touma to work as a rider of the Southern Base, and obviously he says no because he has friends here.
They got yanked by fish.
Sorry, I don't feel like ditching the season 1 cast for season 2.
I really hope we get the Southern-based riders. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
There was talk about Saikou supposedly being a Southern Base
He's
rider,
not.
but he's not.
He's kind of like a neutral party.
Reika on the phone at the start of the episode is she says that she's looking for the Sword of Light, and obviously Saikou is that Sword of Light, so she was
Bring
looking
out
for
the
him.
sword that was lost 1,000 years ago.
Just, could you imagine if the Southern, in quotes, Southern riders were just palette swaps of the riders that we
Oh
already
my
have?
god,
I fucking hope not.
Just to save on money, they're just palette swaps.
Or just like mishmashes of fucking them.
And their names are just backwards, like
Ah.
Kamen Rider Rebus.
No, it's gotta be like, so in Gargoyles, they made like clones of the Gargoyles.
Okay,
Like they were named after LA units.
Decker.
So it's like LA, San Diego.
Decker, I need you to do me a favor for me, okay? I need you to take a stock photo of Kamen Rider Saber, and I need you to swap his colors and mirror the image, and that's Kamen Rider Rebus. I need that done.
Kamen Rider
Sidalb. That's too good.
I'm just going through all of them now.
We need to make all these backwards versions of them, and then just be like, oh guys, the Southern Base Riders were leaked.
Kamen
fake
Rider
leak.
Robust.
Rebus,
Fucking pull a Jax films with that
Kamen
shit.
Rider
Yaznek, Sedalb, Retsub,
Ridzub.
and like what's Espada backwards?
Okay, so just like
Dead.
whatever the colors are on Saber's body, but like
Kamen Rider
just
Dispel.
palette swap them, and then it's Risalb? Yeah. Or Risab.
Just fucking horrible bootleg palette swaps with like much shittier belts.
Kamen Adpes.
Oh god, what caliber?
A Dapsy.
That would be Calibur, right?
Koza
You're-
Assy.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah. There's a whole team of riders to make.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. So Reiko shows up, tries to recruit Touma. He says
Kamen
no.
Rider Rubalak.
That's too good.
Yeah.
That sounds like some kind of like really fancy food or.
I'll take a pound of Rubalak, please.
So because Touma refuses to work with her, she decides to start this whole plan that clearly implicates her as, if not the true traitor, definitely working with the true traitor, who's probably the other end of the phone, and decides to tell Rintaro that the Megiddo kidnapped Sophia, which probably isn't true, but I won't eliminate that as a possibility. But,
The
it's
worst
probably
part
right.
is that Kamen Rider Rebus actually looks cool.
I like it. Blue Dragon.
There you go. The Blue Dragon!
His book could be the Blue Dragon box art from that 360 game.
It's Vmon instead of
Yeah.
Guilmon.
I don't think Reiko was talking to any of the Megiddo because we never see a shot of them on the other end of the phone.
Rubalak promotes
Oh,
rehydration
no.
of Piglet in case of
Prescription medication.
digestive disorders.
Perfect.
There's a drug
For piglets!
for piglets called Rubalak.
It's a digestive medicine for pigs!
Alright.
Yeah, that game.
There you go. Oh yeah, Blue Dragon. That was okay. Game I heard.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that it actually is something
I
called
knew
Rubalak.
that. Yeah.
Nothing's original these days, guys.
Yeah.
Remember that.
So, she tells Rintaro that the Megiddo kidnapped Sophia, and then she goes and tells Ogami and Daishinji that Touma is a filthy traitor.
So yeah, we see Sophia just kind of like sitting there in like a little corner in like a barrier or something, and I was like, oh yeah, Sophia's the thing. I forgot about her.
What do you want to bet she's being held in the southern base?
Yeah, she's the traitor.
Sophia?
Maybe.
No,
or maybe she found out something she wasn't supposed to know, and
no, I think Reika just straight up kidnapped her as part of her scheme.
oh yeah, I guess.
If Touma wasn't going to work with her, then she would just have everyone kick his ass.
Oh yeah.
Reika being the traitor just seems really, really obvious, though. So.
Well, I mean,
she's definitely evil.
She's on the phone with someone, so I think the two of them are in cahoots as the traitors.
The traitor is the person she's on the phone with.
Is that freaking Mabel's pig?
Yes.
Waddles.
Yeah, it's
Waddles.
a Waddles gif, I guess, because he needs some Rubelak.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
The
know.
pig transforms into the rider. Fuck it. It's not as stupid as what we got this episode.
Saikou better be a freaking... Or Reika better be a freaking rider.
I could see that.
Yeah, I want that.
But yeah, so Rintaro, Ren, Ogami, and Daishinji all confront Touma and insist that he hands over his power set, and of course he refuses because he's still got mysteries to solve. And he tells them that, oh, Kamijo told me that there's a traitor in the Sword of Logos. And all four of them get set off for different reasons. When I first watched this episode raw, I was like, why the fuck would they go against him so readily and so easily? But when you watch the episode subbed and hear what their reasoning is, you can kind of get some understanding. So, because Touma...
assholes about it.
Because Touma says that there's a traitor inside the Sword of Logos, which of course is Rintaro's only known family, he's going to be hypersensitive and just flies off the handle the second his precious Sword of Logos gets put under any suspicion. Ren gets angry because, why are you listening to the guy who killed Kento? Because he has too much of a boner for Kento for a reason that was never really established.
Yep.
And then Ogami and Daishinji are just following orders because now that Sophie is gone, technically they all work for the Southern base now. So yeah, they all henshin and start fighting Saber, and he insists that they're being tricked, which of course is...
I see we're adapting the other Dragon Fiend Kamen Rider, Ryuki.
Yeah.
This is a weird adaptation so far.
Yeah.
But it's doing the same thing Ryuki did, not having a yellow rider.
Unless Saikou gets a proper form.
Oh shit.
Well, Espada was yellow.
Well, if anything, that makes the sword rider Odin.
Yeah. Sordin.
Sordin.
So
Sordin.
So we get to see a very awesome GoPro Lupin Ranger-esque battle shot for this fight.
That gave me motion sickness.
A little bit. And we also get plenty of floppy Gekido.
We also got like an Iron Man face cam shot.
Yeah.
So,
There
Iron
you
Man.
go. Kamen Rider Kiss.
Yeah. I think you can spell it without the U, so it would be Kamen Rider Okius.
Kiss.
So
what's another way to spell Spada? Dead.
But yeah, so when we first saw Saikou, I thought he was like invisible. So I was like, oh, he's invisible, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
And then like,
so Kenzan,
oh no, he's a sword.
Kenzan tries to go in for the final blow, and Mei tries to stop it, but then Yuri comes out of fucking nowhere and blocks it. So the dude who I previously referred to as Arthur, whose name is apparently Yuri, shows up and goes, "What is this fuckery before me?"
I love you giving him like the medieval.
Oh well, no, I'd want him in the English dub to be voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. This is the given.
What is this fuckery?
Yeah.
The Seikens are supposed to protect the world. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then he puts on the Psycho Driver and transforms.
Who is the shining sword?
I don't know.
Shut! I was trying to think of what that song reminded me of, the way you sang it, and I just realized, Shaman King!
Oh my god.
Which-
Shaman King.
So, holy hell, Kamen Rider Saikou. Oh my god.
I love him. He's just a sword. That's awesome. He's
I
just
will
so broken.
say, the chimes, the music, the noises from the belt and book, love them. I love all of them. Everyone.
Inobuki.
The standby chime especially, where it's like, who is this? Who is this? And on the first time I heard it, you know what it reminded me of? As much as I hate to make this reference, Soiled it!
Oh, SpongeBob.
Soiled it!
Yeah, SpongeBob.
I gave him a line!
Soiled it.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
I'll take the rider.
But yes, so Kamen Rider Saikou happens, and he just turns into a sword and stuns everyone, and then starts flipping around, fighting everyone.
Yeah, no, he's super busted.
Yeah,
He's
just
just a sword.
but
just a
like
sword.
alive.
How do I fight it?
So, like, everyone who's seen, like, that gold, like, helmet design on the sword, it's like, oh, it's gonna be a suit. No, that's his helmet. That's his head.
I still think we're gonna get a proper light form that'll look like that.
Yeah. But no, I'd love to get the Psycho Driver. I really would. But my finances aren't good, so I can't.
Also of note is, you know how the Sword Driver riders, when they have their forms, it says, like, Isatsu for, like, Volume 1? His is, instead of Volume 1, it says Chapter 1. Isho!
Yeah. He's all cool.
So, he'll have Chapter 2, maybe 3 forms, maybe?
Damn it, now I want to keep reading Ray Player.
Kamen Rider Rubalak also looks cool.
I
like,
see you just
the
stole armor
colors
from
are-
Guy, I think.
Yeah, he did.
It's black.
Oh, that's another Ultraman reference. He is a warrior of light.
That's a Final Fantasy reference.
It's also an Ultraman thing, because that's, like, one of their subtitles.
Yeah.
And the
Like the
first
Giant of Light.
Precure.
Warrior
Although I guess
of
that
Light.
was Emissaries
No,
of Light.
they call Giants of Light.
Giant of Light, Warrior of Light,
Or the Giant Warrior of Light.
or the one that I like from Australia. Saber
Oh, yeah.
from the Stars.
That's also worth noting. So the 2 original swords, Light and Dark, one was a Monogatari slot book, the other is a Shinju slot book, so yet more shitting on the animal slot books, of which there are only 4.
Yep.
And like some of the stories are about animals too, so
Maybe 3, I don't know.
And can I say I love the fucking Yeti monster.
Oh yeah, so May's boss, who decides to go camping to get away from what she thinks is her going crazy by seeing Wonderworld in the sky. She goes camping, and then fucking Legiel shows up, and the new altar books that they're using, because of all the humans...
it's like the Ganmas and the Ride Watches, where they're using victims now.
Yeah, so because all these humans saw Wonderworld when it was connected to the sky, they're using new altar books that are shaped like Jiao Dragon, and just tossing it into humans and turning them into monsters instead of spawning new ones. And she gets turned into Shira Yuki Yeti.
Which is like Snow White or
Snow White
something,
Yeti,
right?
No,
like literally Snow White
No, it's Yeti Snow White.
yeah.
The Snow White Yeti.
Yeah, I'm very hugely biased towards Yetis. Like, I just love Yetis. I love the concept of the abominable snowman. So, like, any Yeti kind of thing, I just immediately fall in love with. They're so fucking cool.
Yetis are
Yeah.
cool.
I need to watch the like, was it Smallfoot? Like, what's the 2 Yeti movies that came out recently?
Yeah, Smallfoot and Missing Link.
Yeah, I need to watch
Though
those.
Missing Link's more about Sasquatch.
Oh, okay.
Though I do recommend it because Leica's like fucking masterpiece.
Mm.
And just because I find random photos online, just
And yes, Ichi, that is an alien wearing a hoodie, track pants, and sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it took me half the series to fucking realize he
wait,
was.
does anyone
wearing
else see the alien?
Yeah, the one in the
That's
middle.
Fred. So, one thing that was kind of, you had to really be paying attention to notice was,
Oh, I'm listening. That's cute.
so you had to really be paying attention to notice, but in the ending of episode 16, all of the shots of them going through the museum is just Touma by himself. And
Yeah!
it looked like he was
Touma
really,
alone in book world.
He
It
was
what I
really-
wrote.
he was really lonely, and it felt so sad.
I was watching.
All my friends are gone.
Yeah, all my friends are gone.
You're home again.
It was also
Glad
just
you
like
left the key.
it was also really like sad to see Rintaro just so angry.
My sad blue boy, no!
Yeah, he's like, no, why would you betray us? Fucking-
He was so happy about Soba, and then everything sort of went
Soba,
down.
more like Nova.
And then everything went so
I mean,
bad.
but it makes sense because he was raised by the Sword of Logos. So
Yeah. So when Touma questions his precious guild, he gets a little hypersensitive.
You know what it
Yeah.
you're
is?
basically saying your family is bad.
Your dad sucks, bro.
Except
It's-
not. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it that way, but
It's the Tangle meme of like all the swords against Touma. Just when you know what's going on, what everyone else thinks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
all
so
the swords in Kamen Rider.
I think Saber's at that point now where it's starting to get super serial. It's starting to...
See?
No, I never doubted it for a second.
That's not me towards you, that's me
I know.
just towards people in general.
No, I know.
See, Saber's good!
See, now that we no longer have to cram in fucking 50 gajillion books, we can now finally start the story.
Mm-hmm.
So next week's episode is about dealing with the Yeti, and also we'll get to see the Psycho Shadow.
Why would that question be for me? I don't know anything about Precure.
Oh,
But Taro predates...
because in Precure, in the first series, their sort of titles are the Emissaries of Light.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's pretty...
I mean, that is
It's a pretty common trope for something to be blank of light. Like I said, it's also a Final Fantasy reference. Anyway, that's Saber. Let's move on.
Alright, we have other shows.
Do the thing.
Oh, Kiramager!
That's Garth's thing. My God.
Mashin Sentai Kiramager. Kiramager Red versus Yodonna.
Begin! Oh my God, Kurantula fucking rapping.
This absolutely has to be on one of the albums.
I want this to be on the big show album by the end. Because... Okay, so episode 36, rap.
Christmas rap.
Yeah, I just pumpkin rapping.
Fucking Christus! Fucking Christus!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christus!
That's
I'm like,
what-
oh my God!
That's
The
what-
meaning of Christus apparently is dissing people, but with respect.
Merry Christus! Merry Christus!
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Crystal!
That kind of remind me of the Merry Crisis. Merry Crisis.
Merry Crystal!
That's
Merry
what-
Crimbus.
No Crystal Jesus or Crystalianity.
Takamichi's already Crystal Jesus.
Oh my
Why is
gosh.
Takamichi
I'm
Crystal
right.
Jesus?
I don't know.
If
He
anything,
came up from the dead.
she is more like Jesus.
Oh god. She head bashed for our sins.
God, that fucking table. That needs to be a... Why isn't that a gif already? Just her just slamming into the
When
table.
you hear something so fucking stupid, just the ultimate head desk.
When your friend just doesn't get it.
So yes, Kurantula's plan of the episode is
Jesus Christ.
to fucking wrap his way into everyone being
Speaking
mean
of
to each other.
Jesus, this episode is Jesus.
But it's not even that. This is his be-all, end-all, this has to work, otherwise everything is for nothing plan.
See, that's what we thought, because at one point he's like, I'll stake my life on this plan,
Well,
and
that's
then
what-
it looked...
That's what he said in my subs. It's like, I stuck my life on this plan.
And then it looks like he died at the end of the episode, but spoiler, in episode 37, he just walks back in. I'm like, what the fuck?
I split myself into five
all.
me's.
Because he divided himself into 5 beforehand. and
Fucking
it does
bullshit.
And then, like, Garza just goes like, so you're 20% off?
So, you're a knockoff.
Anyway, I also noticed that in episode 36, and I don't know if this was in any earlier episodes, but that one shot of the Rangers and all their Zords running in the end, they added Aladdin to it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's been
Oh, that's
around
cool.
for at least 3 episodes?
If it has, then I apologize for not noticing.
Yeah, it's the opening bit.
I just still like Takamichi just on his fucking Zord,
Yeah.
just not giving a shit.
So anyway, they're all talking about how they're going to celebrate Christmas. Meanwhile, Hakobu and Aladdin are connecting through Zoom.
A boo-boo.
Yep, they actually are basically doing an interstellar Zoom chat.
Oh, so I'm guessing Toei still thinks air horns are like super popular because I'm like air horns haven't been popular since like 2018.
What is this?
Maybe they're
2015.
popular among Crystallians?
Yeah, Crystallian air horns.
Yes.
Well, we don't know what Kurantula's from.
But like this episode literally turned into 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically 8 Mile.
That was the Eminem movie.
Next
right?
up,
Yeah.
Red Rabbit!
Yeah, who? And
I
that's,
wasn't thinking that, but
Do
it
you know
kind of does.
do you know who he had the rap battle against? Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Anthony Mackie. I was like, holy shit! That's before he was like super known.
I like that movie.
I've never seen it, but I heard it's good.
Oh, 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, Kurantula's plan is to insult people with raps so that their hearts get tainted and they end up turning around and just insulting other people and it's spreading it like a virus.
You see a kid go up to Santa Claus and call him too old to cosplay. I'm like...
He's wearing a beard, he's too old to cosplay.
No! But then later on, like, Jewel goes back to the fucking carrot building, and fucking Hakata Minami just took, like, x-rays, and, like, you see in the x-ray photos, like, the insults are in their chests.
In their hearts,
yeah. I'm like, bullshit! Oh my god!
Oh, no wonder they're acting up. They're gonna fucking die in a minute.
I gotta say, this show, like, their writers obviously were just like, you know what, we're gonna write this, but we're just gonna take it further and just go with it, and just keep with it.
To quote Leonard Nimoy, the world needs laughter.
Yeah.
This show has been a lot of, that sounds fucking stupid.
Like 10 years ago, this would be stupid.
Hell,
but
2
then
years ago,
it goes right back around and becomes kind of amazing.
But yeah, like, the Kirame Stones end up going, wow, you guys are assholes! We quit!
Fuck you!
And then we get the funniest shit ever, just fucking Mashin Fire in full fire truck form, sitting on top of a hill, burning.
It was just reminding me of in Lupin Ranger when fucking Goody was sitting on the swing. That's what it reminded me of.
Goody on the swing.
But you can tell, like, the first shot that you see, like, the behind shot, like, the side shot of, like, Mashin Fire, it was just a toy, like, on a grassy hill.
I wanted so bad for, like, before Jewel showed up to just see a couple of strangers walking by, just, like, looking at it, like, is that a fucking fire truck? And then they just walk away scared.
It's like when in Tokyuja when Greta was on the fucking subway and no one was paying attention.
No one
to her.
paid her any mind.
Hey, last season we had a talking dinosaur walking around. Everyone's just like,
hey. We had to start that episode where Tiramigos just kind of just has a daily life
and plays fucking baseball.
Tira!
Man,
and then he makes friends with that kid.
That needs to stay in Dino Fury.
him and Melt's fucking.
I really hope it does.
Him and Melt's relationship was the funniest shit ever.
You know what? There, Power Rangers, you can have this. Kelson Henderson as Tiramigo's counterpart.
Yeah, I wouldn't be down if they get him to voice him.
I want that. I want Boom as Tiramigo.
Oh. So
the plan is smart, though.
It mostly works.
Everyone but one person, and then it's like a game of telephone.
It's like a virus.
But Jewel is so pure.
Or it's more like he avoids getting hit because when Takemichi gets hit, he even though it doesn't actually cover Takemichi's mouth, he puts his mouth over his fucking helmet mouthpiece. Like it's gonna stop him.
How the fuck does that? Just how the fuck does that work?
Just covers it. No, fuck you!
Can't talk in these things.
Yeah. So then, Kurantula decides to take it a step further and invite Jewel to a dark MC battle.
And, like, it's full on...
Invited personally by Yodonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, they got, like, I guess, like, an actual rapper.
I love it. Kurantula steps out like,
professional rapper.
I happen to attack this actual rapper, so now he's hosting.
Also, I gotta say, whatever outfit Yodonna was in, it suited her really well.
You know what?
She actually looks good in a rap outfit.
She looks good in anything, let's be real.
Now I'm just thinking about this. Crunchera's rap skills must be that high that he was able to get a professional rapper under his control.
Yeah. He dissed him real good.
He dissed him that hard.
Pretty good. Like it rhymed. Yeah. It worked. Like I don't know Japanese, so I can't say how accurate the translations were.
And like
it was mostly pretty accurate.
Jewel was trying to be insulting, but in a nice way, but he still couldn't do it. And I'm like, all right, Jewel, like, come on, bud.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't think I could even do a rap battle with like.
It's like Kermit the Frog trying to rap.
And then
Kermit trying to.
And then fucking.
No, I think Kermit the Frog could totally rap.
And then
look up celebrity rap battles.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I saw that.
And like Kermit's being the most politest thing, and I think it's
hilarious.
Like Rizzo's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm just doing the thing. No, I'll show you how it's done.
But yeah, so then Mabushina comes stumbling into the arena with fire warbling around in her hands, and the two of them just start insulting each other. But then it slowly evolves into like. Dissing, but with
I love
friendship, respect.
No, I love you because you're so
being
fucking changed.
Super stubborn, but I love you, man.
So I love that you decided to change your outlook on life. Asshole.
Your best friend before me was a sketchbook. Yeah, that's right. My sketchbook was my only friend, but when you came around, my life changed. That part of me came to an end. I'm trying to rhyme this.
And so, like, you see Kurantula trying to be like, oh no, the rap's over. And like, even the rapper, he's just like, no, this is happening. Fuck off.
I even like how one of the mooks was dressed up in the DJ.
The DJ!
Yeah!
I was so sad we didn't get an actual proper DJ Jamin.
Probably blew.
No, we got a giant fucking DJ monster.
No, instead we get fucking
Like a turntable monster.
turntable Gomoryu, complete with bling.
Yeah, and his like record eyes, his records were like the eyes.
Oh god,
It's me, bling bling boy.
It's the bling bling.
Flavor play.
I just love it. Just like all the mooks start cheering on Jewel and Machine Fire. And they're just like, wait, how are they liking this? I'm like, to be fair, the mooks are working together on this. They probably think, oh shit, these guys get it, like how we get it with one another.
And then we got like the ultimate roll call.
Yeah, like you were.
Yeah, with all the machines showing up again to make up for them.
It was so funny because, like, through the first part of the episode, Elaine was like, "You know what? I realized we haven't seen the roll call in a while," and then we get the most grandiose roll call of the whole series so far.
Sell all those toys.
Yeah, like I like that all of them show up and you just hear Machine, and I'm like, all right.
I also realized
all the side Zords.
I also realized I can recreate that shot because I have all the.
Do it.
You do have all of them.
Do it.
I have all of them except for.
Just like put them on
the
this little table with like an epic background on the TV. Yeah. So the whole thing with Christos, their holiday, is that no one's allowed to insult each other on Christus. But then like Aladdin shows up and he's like, normally this would be against Christus, but I will allow this because of your sick raps.
Wouldn't doubt if you fucking
basically,
invented it.
I mean that's basically what he says.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he mentioned that they were in a way they were complimenting each other.
The rapper host described it as the best kind of raps, the ones with respect.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why did mine work? It's like because yours had no because you didn't respect your fellow rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh snap! And then he leaves. But first he gives Jewel a fist
You have to be a respectful MC.
Yeah, he fist bumps Jewel. And then, so they fight the fucking turntable Gomoryu, and they pull out the big giant Kiramager arrow cannon again.
Fire the. It doesn't work. I was gonna say the majors, and it doesn't work.
Fire the machines.
Fire the machines.
So yeah, it looks like Kurantula's dead in that episode, but then we see him again in the next one.
Like, I was upset. I'm like, oh, there goes Kurantula for the rest of the show. Literally, first scene.
And
I'm back. Like,
I also really love at the end when Fire and Jewel are just standing there like talking it out at the end, and he like pats him. And
okay.
I'm like, there, good fire truck.
Okay, it was bugging me because I know behind the scenes there was nothing there.
Of course not.
So his hands just floating in midair, right beside Fire. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Just move him over.
Then we cut back
also,
to
he had a heart-to-heart with a fire truck up on a sunset mountain.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this since Transformers Robots in the Skies.
Then we cut back to the carrot base where Mach is screaming because he still has 1,800 things to simp over Sena about.
You're such a simp. He is a simp.
I hate that word, but that's what's happening.
Mach, you have problems.
And they're about to get worse in the next episode.
Yeah, because, Sena truly knows what's up. Pictures like I've been looking forward to it all week. Huh, I didn't know Sena was excited for Castranger. So yeah, episode 37 starts off with Kurantula revealing that
I live, bitch.
But how did you survive? Oh, I had Yodonna split me up into 5 people, and I just sent out one guy, and the other 4 came to me.
And
Which,
then
if they explained it in a certain way in this episode, that means Kurantula sort of lost a piece of him.
Part of his body, yeah.
Like a part
Like
of his
part of his mind,
personality.
rather.
So now we only have Kurantula's 1 through 4.
But it's weird because
Who says that was
when
number 5?
Yodonna, the reason that the reason that Sena gets divided is because Yodonna whips her without changing the setting on the whip from
Yeah, there was like
divide.
there's some sort of like dial on her whip, and she
Yeah,
doesn't
like-
change it.
I should have set it to M
So-
for one.
She ends up, I'm gonna call it what it is, she ends up spanking the Green Ranger and separating her into her own Sentai.
I like Thunderbreaster or maybe we lost rapper Kurantula.
Okay,
Yeah,
Gar.
when he lost his whack rap skills.
lost
That
the
was
best-
that part of him.
We lost the best one.
Did you notice the Gene reference in this episode?
Which G
So one of the Senas at one point goes, "I'm gonna sit around, not gonna sit around and do nothing." Like, and she goes to like run off. Like, I was like, "Oh, it's Gene's catchphrase."
I'm pretty sure that's common enough to not.
It is
specifically-
because G has his own swing to it by including the word G'd in
I
his
know.
catchphrase.
It still sounded like
My-
it.
Now,
thing
now
that
the
it
guy
makes
from
me
Looping Pad
think
saying that is a reference to G.
Yeah, because that was the boss.
It was his boss.
Episode of Kuroro
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
Kuroro got divided into 7.
Yeah, I just love like Sena and Sayo are at this cafe, and then just out of nowhere, Yodonna just fucking kicks the fucking sign
What the
in.
fuck should the sign do to you? Come on. But anyways,
I hate
I was
signs.
happy because, like, as people are aware of, I think Sena's a very attractive woman. I like her legs specifically, and so we got 5 of them. I was like, 5 pairs of Sena's legs. Ah!
I just find
Oh my
it.
god!
I just find it a bit weird because they're like, "Oh no, it's Yodonna. Let's transform to fight." It's like you guys have fought her. It doesn't work out.
Yeah,
Why don't tactical retreat?
But girl power, Gar.
Tactical retreat.
No,
If I was commander,
Rangers don't retreat.
I am your superior commander, and I would tell you to retreat.
So anyway, the two of them try fighting Yodonna, and Sena literally gets her ass whipped. So we get
And then that makes her divide into 5 selves, one of which is her angst and caution.
the Sena Sentai, as I call it.
Wait a minute.
That's perfect.
We have 5 different personalities: the energetic go-getter, the cute Instagrammer, the smart, capable one, the over-emotional one, and the downer, pessimistic one.
And it's funny because when I saw that and I realized, oh, they're all like based on personalities. Starscream did it.
Okay.
Starscream
What?
had so in one of the Transformers cartoons, Starscream made
Yeah,
clones of
animated.
himself.
They have him get divided too.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're all based on different personalities. So one's a coward, one's an egomaniac, one's a suck up, the other's a liar. And as he's being called a liar, I am not.
One's a jock, one's a nerd, one's a princess.
What are you? I'm
I like how
Scottish.
the implication there is that Starscream has no positive quality.
And yet one of them's female.
Oh,
Her name's Slipstream.
Oh,
all right.
We don't know what her personality trait is.
so Emperor Yodon tells Yodonna that
Through
she
cell
needs
phone.
to meet with Aladdin.
Just you know your big bad's catching up with the times when he's contacting you by Morpher.
Yeah.
What up?
It was interesting how they foreshadowed what happened later by, like, Kurantula's like, "Oh, I talked to Emperor Yodon," and she's all, "What? You got to talk to him directly? He only ever calls me on my cell phone."
And it's like,
Yeah, me. I'm his aide, and yet I've never seen him face to face, and then we finally find out why.
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a sec. So, Yodonna is tasked with finding Aladdin. Why?
I don't know, they asked for it.
So after Sena, one of the Senas spills that he's in Adamald, she goes over to Hakobu, and she basically orders him to take her to Aladdin, and Hakobu promptly tell her to go fuck herself.
But then, like she brings Garza with her, and like Garza tries the thing, and he's like, "Alright, don't dead again. You know what? Just fly up, bye."
So long, bitches!
Aladdin, Garza trying to control me again.
I also
Garza
think
tried to cut me in half again.
it was absolutely. I think it was absolutely hilarious how the separated Senas had the fucking numbers on them, not only on their jackets but on the helmets.
High Dipper from Gravity Falls.
Right?
And then we got the fucking piece de resistance of a fucking episode. We got the pen pineapple apple pen.
Oh my
reference.
god, Hakitami Nami did a peepak!
Yeah, so like
Yep,
he
he did a straight up pineapple, apple pen to put them back together.
Yeah, it's like
and
Sena
then-
1, Sena 2.
Sena
And then,
12.
Takamichi said, "Wonder,
And so,
I can't believe they're still making PPAP references."
so then we get like the 4 out of the 5 Senas back together, and then she transforms to Kiramager Green, and you just see like 1, 2, 3, and 4 just slapped on the top of her head.
They look kind of
if you
cool.
decided to stay this way, her Kirame Green helmet would have those numbers on it forever, I guess.
Yeah, so they decided that, oh, we don't need the sad, depressed one because she's just so full of confidence and spunk that like she'll be fine. Like she doesn't have to worry about like the worst case scenario. But then there's a situation that
getting killed.
Yeah,
I'm willing to bet that those numbers on the helmet will be on Premium Bandai in a month.
As stickers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But yeah, so they decide, or rather, number 5, the depressed one, decides, oh, you don't need me. So she just fucking leaves, and the others are like, yeah, this is fine, we don't need her.
According to Kaguya, she turned into Kiramager.
I like that.
And then we just get like the fifth Senna, just like in like a different set of clothes.
And she like undoes her ponytail.
No, she saw us the number 5 on the
jacket. So like when
she
changed clothes, the number just appears.
Yeah.
So she's just on like at a beach.
Also, did anyone else notice that number 5? They put like completely different makeup on her to make her look like more
tired,
make her look tired and depressed.
Yeah. Oh, did she try to kill herself?
Is that what her going to the beach was for?
Yeah,
She's just gonna walk into the water?
I believe that the implication was that she was walking into the water in order to do that. But
oh my God!
But what was with
might
the
have
suitcase?
actually just been like not on purpose that they. But when she started running towards the water, I was just like, oh my God, they're actually going to have that be the implication. But then they sort of ran across the water. It was weird.
Dark time.
Maybe she was just gonna swim for the new land.
I don't know why though. Just it reminded me of when Eiji and Ankh fought in the water.
I just think it was overtly gratuitous to just, yes, alright, go ahead, throw the 2 female characters into the beach water.
It must have been super cold.
Just to quote Jack Black, I may be dreaming that last part.
No, but like, I feel like it must have been really cold because they must have filmed that like fall.
Yeah.
Why do you think they were all layered in clothing?
Yeah.
Also,
well, no, it's Sena.
I forgot to mention earlier, it was absolutely hilarious how Sena 2 was just like fucking Instagramming and just taking pictures of them.
Yeah, it's thanks to this show that I now know the term for using Instagram is called gramming.
Even I knew that.
For fuck's sake. I didn't know that. I barely use Instagram or Snapchat.
By the way,
you get the Grammy Award.
I need to take a gram photo tomorrow.
Bada-gram.
But yeah, this episode is definitely it teaches you that you need to not always be happy.
No, because that's the thing that I incorporate into my everyday life. Like when I make plans with people, I always make sure to have a backup plan so I'm not set up for disappointment later.
How can I fuck this up?
No, it's like if I have a plan with like Yuga or something like that, and then like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to go into work tonight. Okay, I'll play Fortnite then. Like I always have a backup plan if another plan fails.
I just try not to make plans.
That sort of like managing your own expectations is actually really important.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was the message of the episode.
I'm autistic. I'm all about expecting the worst out of everything, every situation.
Expect the unexpected.
I'm more so expecting the best to happen in the situation I'm in, but I also expect the worst.
If you expect the worst, then you're either going to be right or pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, no, I've had days where I'm like thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a really shitty day, and then I end up having like the best day ever.
I don't know. There has to be a balance somewhere, but anxiety makes you expect the worst, and maybe sometimes that's a good thing. I don't know.
In moderation.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah, not always.
It was nice to see like Sena come in and just give her last part a hug.
Well, yeah, that's how the last 2 fused with her.
Yeah, just hug.
It's like, oh, we need you. You're awesome.
It was funny because, like, Sayo hugs Sena 5 for a brief moment, and I'm like, oh god, please don't absorb her.
No.
But just, it's weird how...
happen, but it would have been weird if it did.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to think that this episode was written by the head writer of the show. It's weird how it starts off very goofy and very comedic. And then as soon as it gets to the beach scene and for the rest of the episode, fucking nosedive into, like, emotions.
I mean,
Dark.
this episode did also feature a dinosaur on a skateboard.
That is true. That is very
Isn't that kind of
true.
the definition of what Super Sentai is like?
Like I've been
Oh my
saying
goodness,
for years,
I
the
can-
juxtaposition between drama and comedy is the best thing about shows like this.
Oh my goodness, I can recreate
I
that
really
photo
like
too
it
because I
too.
now have Machine Carry.
There you go.
Skateboarding dance.
Yeah, so fucking Sena 1234 in King Express puts Jokey on fucking Machine Carry and just glides it around.
I now want to take the music of like.
But oh no, they're heading towards civilians in a car, and without her pessimism and worst case scenario processing, she's too carefree to think where she's going.
Oh no, what we do? Just pick up the car.
Yeah.
Traumatize those people for life. They probably need therapy for the next 6 months.
Okay, you can
Carrot's probably gonna have to pay for that.
calm down, I saved you.
Thanks,
Things
Link.
were bad.
But yeah, so it's like, guys, we solved we solved the smug Jokey to attack, and he took over King Express.
We got Jakku Express again.
What? Things can't possibly get worse.
So once,
So anyways, Yodonna turns out to be a split personality of...
oh my
Emperor
god!
Oh my god.
So Aladdin shows up.
Tongue out and then explodes into a giant worm.
Watching Yodonna's fucking head explode might have actually traumatized me.
That was actually really surprisingly visceral.
Oh no! Don't like that!
Nope.
And then it turns out that Emperor Yodon has been hiding inside of Yodonna. Oh, I don't like it!
Yeah, because like
I
she was.
apologize for the referencing, but if anyone else here is a fan of Homestuck, all I could think of was when Doc Scratch became Lord English.
But like, because like Yodonna's always constantly complaining. It's like I never get to see.
And now we know
Yeah.
why!
And like Gar's just like, aren't you his secretary? Like, what?
Yours
And I was really confused about exactly what it meant in terms of like, was it a split personality or? But then the stinger confirms that it is that there's a split personality inside.
Well, this is split personality when he reverts back into Yodonna, and her first immediate response is, "Well, where are you? I brought you Aladdin."
Yeah. So now the question is, we see two masks sticking out of his head. So what's the other mask gonna do?
Kurantula.
No, because Kurantula said he's talked directly to Yodon. So how could they be in the same body?
Split personality.
No, I don't buy it.
It's possible. Schizophrenia.
But then why would it be different for Kurantula and Yodonna?
Maybe Yodonna. That's how crazy he is.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness! It goes back to my theory that all he had was himself to talk to.
No, you know what I think? Remember the opening when they show the villains and there's one empty slot? The red mask is the next general we haven't seen.
We're not gonna get one more general, especially with like 8 episodes left.
I gotta go with Gar here. I think Kurantula's the other half of his personality.
It would explain-
I'm not convinced.
It would explain why he's just there and not really has his own backstory.
He doesn't really have a backstory.
But how could Yodonna and Kurantula both exist?
Schizophrenia.
But they're in separate bodies!
Split
personality.
Different, different vessels.
Because that's why we saw the blue mask go over top and then bam, or come off.
Yeah, so Yodon is inside Yodonna's body, so how could he also be inside Kurantula?
Have you seen how
They'd
big
be
that fucker
they'd be
is?
like
though?
the Matryoshka of personality.
Wiped out like fucking quarter of the city in a single fucking blast.
That has nothing to do with the question.
Anyways, I agree with Gar.
instant.
We might be wrong. Who knows?
Who knows? We may get one more general. Hell, freaking.
Maybe that red mask is just his like super form.
Hell, Gun George proved us wrong.
I was gonna say there's
Fucking
precedent.
Gun George.
Gun George.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Gun George 1? I think I am Gun George 2. It's shooting
Oh
time!
my goodness, Gun George.
Oh
had
my gosh, is
different
that a
versions of
bananas in
himself, too.
pajamas reference?
Yeah. Alright, so cool. So, I thought that this whole thing
Was
of...
it a bananas in pajamas reference?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like I felt like memories from the far off past just shooting into my
Yeah. I was expecting that after this reveal that the whole Yodonna not knowing about Yodon being inside her was going to be maintained for a couple episodes, but no, at the end of the episode they just tell her. I feel kind of cheated.
Yodonna's inside?
I wanted some big dramatic moment where Yodonna realizes the truth and then just explodes into Yodon and we never see her again.
You know what this is? It's the finale of Ultraman. Hi, it's Ultraman's leaving. Guys, that's the red orb that I crashed to at the lake.
What?
Why is it daytime? Why am I not in the jet?
Why are you guys all a year older?
Why am I sweaty? Am I not bathed?
Fuji, are we still dating?
But yeah, so Yodon shows up, goes, the Earth isn't quite polluted yet, so make it more polluted and then I'll rule it.
Make it more shit!
Oh, by the way, Thanos snaps the entire city block into complete fucking destruction.
And I just love it how the
And
Rangers
it
are
wasn't
like...
done or anything. There was probably several injured.
Yeah, and like they're all contemplating like how are we gonna beat them?
We're fucked!
No,
we're straight fucked!
No, and Nolan comes out. No, you're the Kiramagers.
Yeah, see Takamichi pull out a cigarette, takes a puff.
Smooth.
Fuck.
I love the smell of destruction in the morning.
No, just takes a puff. Did that not feel right to you guys either? Because that felt fucked.
Just Johnny Silverhand, get up, samurai.
Like,
just gotta see the bird.
I just, because I don't like villains that show up and be like, I'm the big bad, and then immediately get killed. Yoda.
Oh, so you mean the Ninja?
Yeah, the Ninja, Kyranger, Lupin Pat to an extent, Ryusoldier. so Kiramager's like, oh, by the way.
Well, I mean, at least Yodon was, like, referenced throughout the show.
Yeah, but...
Well, the same was with the Ninja with fucking...
Yeah. But it's like, at least here, he's like, no, he's going to prove his dominance. And just destroy the entire city. It was also cool seeing Kiramazen, like, crouch down with the sword. And I'm like, oh, where's the show going to go now? Because we're going to make another Avengers reference.
This is the end game.
We're in the end game now.
It's end game.
So next week, Takamichi and Garza have some sort of duel.
What?
A Crystallian duel.
What?
And also the fucking Tooth Jaman, and you know they're going to use Takamichi's drill on it.
Oh no, you literally see Shigeru
rubbing all over his head.
drilling in the top of his head.
Gross. Ew. Oh, that hurt. I didn't watch the preview because, like, as soon as the episode ended, I'm like, okay, time to go.
Yeah, Takamichi and Garza are having like an epic duel.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, Kiramager's still funny, still awesome.
That's it. David K's Garza.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, yes indeed.
And you have Scott McNeil as Kurantula.
Yes. Yeah.
Just with the Rat Trap voice.
Gary Chalk is Aladdin.
Yeah, damn it. You know what? I'm going to take Beast Wars audio, put it with the first episode, and just show it to people. Just, this is how much this works.
Yep.
You're going down, Garza. Oh, I don't think so, Aladdin. You and your Kiramagers are going down.
No,
yes!
No. For one of I don't know which, but for one of the villains, you just have to put in Jafar audio.
No, Tarantula's voice...
Aladdin!
Oh, that's why I forgot.
Tarantula's voiced by Tarantulas, or Waspinator.
Oh my... Crunchulous, Tarantulas.
The names are too similar.
Sort of see it, just with that raspy voice. Just...
Tarantulas.
Tarantulas.
Or hell, if anything, Inferno. Yes, my queen.
All the royalty!
I wish you'd stop calling
Burn in the fires of Inferno.
We like Beast Wars here.
Masterpiece Inferno.
Or if you're Canadian, Beasties.
Beasties!
Or Quick Strikes VA.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that is the episode, because, damn, we've been going on for like a while. So what are we talking about next week?
Those were good episodes, though, I think.
Yeah, all four episodes were really good.
Daniel Sentai Castranger.
It's feature topic list.
Okay. Hold on, try to find it. Alright. Jikai, Daniel Sentai Castranger.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, look. More samurai flamenco.
Samurai flamenco.
Hooray!
Apparently this is where shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Finally.
Hey, that's what Raven's been waiting for.
Gotta draw the line in the fucking sand, dude.
All right, so I think this is where I'm gonna make an announcement. So it's
boy.
very important. So a couple people know because like people who follow me on Facebook, they know, and people who follow me on Twitter. So as of January 31st, I am moving. So I'm going to be.
He's leaving me!
Yeah. So I'm moving in with my girlfriend and her family because we want to kind of get started on our life together because we've been together over 6 years and it just like been kind of wanting a life change a bit just to kind of excite things a bit more because like just the past year has just been really shitty.
Oh
so.
yeah, move through a pandemic. Totally the best idea.
Well, like I'm being very cautious and safe about it. So yeah, so I won't be living here anymore. But for that, like probably for the first month or so until things like get a bit, safer, I'll probably just be over Discord, for Castranger. But once things get a little better, I'm going to like make it my goddamn mission to be here in person every Friday for Castranger Live, just because I just feel it wouldn't be the same unless I'm here in person to do it. So
Of course.
yeah.
Ultranger.
But yeah, well, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm literally a 40-minute train ride away from Toronto. So it's not. I'm not moving to another country. I'm not moving to another province or anything. I'll be literally 40 minutes away. So, but yeah, this is a big thing for me, big change, and like I'm sad because I have a lot of memories with Ichi and Gar. Like you guys are fucking awesome dudes and best friends, family to me. But yeah,
it is no exaggeration that I probably wouldn't be here today without you here.
I know, man. And like Guard, you've just been such a great person to hang out with all the time. We've had many fun discussions, fun walks to Walmart and stuff. So
What am I gonna do? Because Ichi's also moving into his own place. So.
Yeah, I don't know how much detail I've gone into, but the garage at our property is being renovated into a new apartment for me that I'm moving into that I got to design and I'm very excited about.
yeah, so we were fairly moving Castranger into theirs. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to make sure there's enough seating for everyone, and I'm gonna put up sound padding so the audio quality will be better.
Yeah.
Which means I'm gonna be all by myself in this house.
Hey, you have people moving in here.
True.
People we know, people you know.
That's true.
Yep.
So you're not gonna be by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, things aren't changing a lot. They're just changing a bit.
The baby steps, as everyone should when they reach adulthood. Baby steps.
We fear change, but
Be
we must
safe,
embrace it.
That's all. Just be safe with everything you do. Be cautious and know that no matter what you guys do, that there'll be somebody there to help.
Of course, and we love you and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that goes out to everyone listening too. We love all you guys. You guys make doing this worthwhile.
Yep.
I've been so excited all day to come back to doing the show, and I'm looking forward to blasting face first into 2021 with Castranger and continuing to make this show great.
Oh yeah.
And we promise you we will be releasing the older episodes finally up onto the YouTube channel.
Yes, those are in progress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Shattered Grid script is coming.
Oh yeah, that.
Gar
is taking extra steps to make sure that those videos are going to be extra awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the big thing that I want to do this year is basically not half-ass anything. Which is why
he's going to use his whole ass.
Like, I had to delay Ultranger because I'm like, I want to do this. I want to add that.
It's the first episode of the year.
Exactly. Not only that, it's the finale talk of last year's show. I want to make it a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone's curious about Ultranger, since it is Lane and I, we're going to do Discord as well until we're done the 2 shows that we're discussing. And then the show's going to get revamped into just me doing it by myself.
Yeah, because it'd be really hard to come down like twice a week and stuff. Because I'm going to have my own life and a job, and so yeah.
Not that you aren't off. Of course, if you wanted to, you could do your own solo show if you wanted.
I could. I'm more so going to try to get more into streaming, like on Twitch, because like all my friends have been doing it. And it's really fun. I've been meeting new people, and then they've been really awesome. So
I know a lot of people don't use it, but I think we should probably update the Facebook page to include like all of our updated links.
yeah,
Be like, oh, like here's our own personal YouTube channel. Here's our Twitter, Instagram.
Remind me at some point tomorrow.
but.
Yeah.
But yes, so just because I'm moving doesn't mean I'm leaving Castranger. You fuckers are stuck with me, so fucking deal with it.
Damn it!
Damn, I thought Sentai was gonna be my year.
Unfortunately, though, a lot of my impulsive spending will be put to an end because, like, I probably won't be collecting really any toku at all anymore. So I'm basically just gonna keep the shit that, like, you know, I hold dear. So, like, my Drive stuff, my Build Hazard collection, my Pat Ranger collection, which I really fucking love to death. I'm never getting rid of that.
To answer Kaguya quickly, maybe, sorta.
Gotta talk to someone.
I gotta talk to somebody with Ultraman, but it was like the idea is to make it more of a script style format of like having things like written out beforehand. But I wouldn't mind having guests on once in a while just to discuss.
And, like, obviously, sometimes I'll come down and we can shoot the shit like old times.
Oh, yeah.
Ultra Ranger Retro.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that might be a good idea.
I'll come back and be like, it's like, oh, you're great. No, Gar, not great. Powered. No. Yeah, we're going to talk about Ultra Powered. No!
Cue the audience applause track.
It's like we talked about the Australian Ultraman. Now we're going to talk about the American Ultraman.
Anyways,
So, as always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter account, our Patreon where you can pledge to help us make the show better, our merchandise page where you can buy shirts and office supplies and masks and what have you with our emblems and logos.
what about stickers?
Stickers, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but let me know if there's not.
Ugh.
And I think that's about it.
Comments for me.
Yeah, let us know what you thought of these
Everybody,
episodes.
you guys and everyone out there, just stay safe, take care with whatever you're doing, and good luck with everything.
Exactly. Just because 2020 is over doesn't mean the problems have instantly fucking vanished into the air.
We're closer than ever to that vaccine.
Making
but
progress.
Things are tighter than ever, but we're close to that vaccine, so let's not trip over the finish line.
Oh, yeah.
And, but
Careful moving.
let's just say the people, for what happened this week, I'm not going to go into details of what it was. What happened this week, that's a big no-no.
Mm-mm.
As one meme I saw went, man, it's been a hell of a year this week.
Yep.
Limitless Wednesday.
But think of it this way, and as Linkara would quote Superman, over there is its own problem. That's it.
All right, bye.
All right. So long, everyone.
Take care, everybody.